Hey Pipedrive users, I want to show you how you can use Ask Steve to quickly capture people and organizations from any web page or PDF and get them into Pipedrive with no copying and pasting, no manual data entry, just AI. So the quickest way to create a one-click AI page scraper with Ask Steve is to go into Pipedrive and go to the people section or go into an individual person, open up the Ask Steve side panel, go to Tools and click on New. It's going to detect that you're in Pipedrive and on a person object. And so go ahead and say yes. And then it's going to tell you that you need to create a connection if you don't have one already. So I'm going to walk through and connect my Pipedrive account. And this basically gives it access, Ask Steve access to Pipedrive, and then hit save. And then it's going to say, go back to your document and press the new button again. So let me go ahead and do that. And click yes again, and this time it actually was able to create the button because now I have my connection. So I've got my one-click button to scrape into a person in Pipedrive. So let's go try it out right now. Here I am on this list of people to conference. I'm going to pick these top 4, hit the button. What Ask Steve is doing is it's taking that information off the web page using AI to parse it into all the right fields and then writing it into the person object. And so if we go back here, we can see all 4 of these people have been added. And by the way, as a result of adding the person, it also created new organizations as well, because it needs those for Pipedrive. And so you can see here that it also, this one field with a very long, weird name is actually the role, the job title. And so we can see that that's actually here as well. So if we look at how this tool is built, which we'll do in a second, we'll see exactly how that happens. But let me just show you one other quick example, or 2 other quick examples of how you can capture data. So here I am, I'm just reading an article about somebody and I see somebody mentioned and I want to capture them into Pipedrive. So I can do that. You can see that I added a person, and if we go back here to the people tab, we can see that Aaron just got added. And then this is actually very cool. A lot of time we're doing a lot of our work in Sheets or Excel, and Ask Steve can read Sheets and Excel sheets if you give access, the connection, the same way we just connected Pipedrive. And so what I can do is, let's say once I'm ready, I want to get all this stuff into Pipedrive, I can just go and hit the Pipedrive button, and it's going to read everything in this Google Sheet, put it into the right format, and then write it all into Pipedrive for me. And so there we go. And let's see, what do I got? 10 people in this list, 10 people. And so now if I go over here to people, we can see that those 10 people just got added to the list. They're in there somewhere. So mixed in. If I refresh here, I have 15 people now. So, and there we go with like email addresses and everything. So you can see how easy it is to grab data from kind of any kind of content. And then if we go look at the way this tool is built, let's find this Pipedrive tool. We can see that there's basically 2 big steps. Number 1 is it's saying, hey, you need to convert, you need to fill in all these fields. And some of these ones with crazy names are custom fields in Pipedrive, but then down, and it's not going to know what to put in there, but then down later, there's a bunch of hints. And so it says, hey, for these fields, here's the various options that you have. The field with the key, this long crazy string, represents title, and this other one represents favorite color. So it's giving the LLM all these hints, but if for whatever reason it's putting like the wrong thing in the wrong column or not doing it the right way, you can easily just add your own extra hints here. You know, let's say you have a column named X and it doesn't know what X is for. You can say for the column named X, figure out the gender of the person and put that in there. You can do whatever you want and then hit save, and your tool is updated. And then step 2 basically just says put it in the right format so that Ask Steve can write it into Pipedrive. Now, if we open up the scrapers and API section, we can see how this thing is built, that it's using my Pipedrive connection and it's writing into the person object. We also support organizations, and the way to create the scraper there is the same way as we did with people. Go to organizations and click the new button. Now, if you ever do add more custom fields to something, you're going to want to regenerate this prompt so that it has those custom fields. And so you can just press this button when you do so, and it will do that. Just be warned that it will overwrite any customizations that you've made. So if you have made any, copy them out first so that you can reapply them when you're done. And then the last thing we'll take a look at here is we'll see, okay, I've got some people in this list twice. Like Carrie's in this list twice, so is Charles. So it's not preventing me from adding duplicates. But what I can do is I can go to advanced settings here. I can say skip duplicates and pick name and company. And if I pick that, yes, I want to save my changes. Now, if I try to add more people that are duplicates, it won't work. So now let's go pick May, who I know is in that list, and let's hit the Pipedrive button, and it should say that it skipped her. Yes, it skipped one because she's already in the list, and she is matching on first name, last name, and company name. The last thing I will show you is how easy it is to manage the connection. So let's click on the gear icon here, and that takes us to the connections page where I can see all my various connections. I can create new ones. These are all the various services that we currently support, adding more all the time. And I can click on any connection to change the name or reconnect, or click on the trash can icon to delete it. So give it a try. Let us know how it goes. And if you have any issues, let us know in our user community. Thanks.